out there on the internet, and there were so many people who were into it that he got the movie made.
Did you guys see the Playboy Mansions for sale?
$200 million, and you get to keep the heft.
I guess you did. That's the favorite part. I feel so. Again, I'm going to go back to this. Like, once a person has such an amazing life for like 78 years, you can't ruin their life anymore. It's like, too bad, scores posted. This guy's life is amazing. Now, this guy runs Playboy. Playboy's kind of a dying enterprise, There used to be a popular Playboy channel, like a TV thing. I don't know.
I remember that.
The internet killed that. The Playboy Mansion was a thing that everybody just wishes they could even see in real life. I don't even hear about the Playboy Mansion anymore. Yeah. The Playboy Magazine. I haven't thought
about it in a decade.
I don't know where I'd go to buy a Playboy magazine. They have them at the airport, I guess. But like
gas stations.
Yeah, a seedy gas station that truckers pull off into.
A lot of them have them. They're just behind the counters.
Huh. So, but to me, the Playboy magazine is also kind of a dead asset. It's all done.
Printed pornography is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, There's no point.
I heard
Why
that,
have evidence?
I don't know if it's true, but the Playboy magazine is going to get rid of the naked women.
Yeah, that's been going for a while. Yeah, it is.
So they did it. Yeah. So now they're selling off the Playboy Mansion, but Hef is going to live there for the rest of his life. He'll pay rent on it, but basically you get ownership of it really after he dies. And I'm just thinking, like, how clever. Like, I feel like he's like, you know what? Okay, I get it. In the end, the whole thing I did didn't work, but I'm just going to continue to live my ridiculous lifestyle in the Playboy Mansion.
And by didn't work, I think what we're saying is like now Hef's only making like $14 million a year or something instead of making like 50.
He might be losing money, but he has enough assets that it doesn't matter. He gets to continue being awesome until the day he dies.
Yeah, and he's so old, it's not like he has to keep saving. Like, he's on the final stretch. He's probably got Hep C. For all we know, like all that, rolling around with all those chicks for decades he's done. Like, there's no way he doesn't have something.
What an interesting life that guy's lived. $200 million. That's outrageous, though. That's a lot of money.
An enviable life.
Even if I won the lottery, I would not buy that.
A lot of times when I look at these extraordinarily expensive homes, they're not that bad. Wasn't Notch's home $70 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
$200 million must be a charge that includes a lot of goodwill.
Yeah, like the history of it. Like, well, all the stuff that's happened here.
I think that's some pretty pricey real estate it's sitting on.
It's in California.
I think it's California. Right? Yeah, maybe you're right.
I think there's a lot of property and grounds like this. Oh, you want to talk about celebrity spending money? This was funny. So Adam Carolla was on Stern, and he was talking about hanging out with Kevin Costner. And apparently, over the holidays, Costner invites him out to his place in, I think it's San Bernardino in California. And he's got real estate. He's got acreage there, as Carolla put it. He's got like a compound. And they trucked in tons and tons of snow for Christmas so he could have a white Christmas in fucking San Bernardino. Like, they spent a lot of money. We're not talking about like a dump truck full of snow. They went sledding.
Wow.
Costner's got so much money. So like,
wonder where he hasn't done from.
He owned Dances with Wolves. He produced that he got all the money. Like he made that whole thing into that one Best Picture and made a ton of money. And it's not like his other ventures weren't financially successful. At least for him, maybe The Postman didn't do too well at the box office, but he still got his payday.
I'm on edge because everyone doesn't like my Revenant anti-choice, but I like The Postman. I thought that movie.
I liked it too.
Did you?
Kevin Costner's one that I just disagree with most people on.
Was it Waterman?
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
There's Postman. Yeah. I liked The Postman. I loved how lazy his character was. What a shitty vagabond type guy he was there at the beginning. Like he's wounded, and that woman's taking care of him in that like snowed in stable type situation, and he's literally too lazy to like fix himself some food or anything. She's got to like wait on him hand and foot. I liked that movie too. I thought that was a good movie. And Waterworld too. I thought Waterworld was cool. I like Dennis Hopper's character out there. He's got he loses an eye in one of the initial scenes, and later on somebody's complaining about something. He's like, a single tear rolls down my cheek. My dad would always use that line whenever I complain about something. He'd be like, a single tear rolls down my cheek. In other words, I don't give a shit.
I like a lot of costumes films from that age, like those 90s or early 2000s films. They were fantastic to me. And
Bodyguard.
people hold
Whitney
Postman
Houston.
up as an example of like, awful, god-awful, terrible movie, but I thought it was
Good movie.
Yeah.
Lots of good actors in it. Cool story. It's what I think would probably be most likely to happen in a post-apocalyptic scenario. You'd get armed groups of people like that. You'd end up with a warlord type situation. That's what usually befalls these African and South American nations when
Every guy with more than 30 guns envisions himself as that warlord. Right? That'd be me. I'd be Dennis Hopper in this situation. I'd be whoever the hell was the bad guy in Postman. That guy did a good job too in his role.
Yeah.
The redheaded beard.
You know what
guy.
I did before the war? I was a copier salesman. That's
Yeah.
what he was.
Dude, I worked with salesmen in software for Cisco. Sometimes I'd make selections on semi-expensive purchases, low 7 digits. And these guys were like, I'd ask them about their job and stuff. So sometimes I was curious, like, oh, maybe I'll flip the script and, have a job like theirs. A lot of them started as copier salesmen. And they'd tell me about the business and how to sell it. And, they sell extremely expensive copiers to people that don't need them because it's not their money. Like school systems are like, if we don't use this whole budget, our budget will get reduced next year.
Yeah.
So they buy like $150,000 copiers, and but when in reality, like a $12,000 copier would do the trick, and pretty outrageous.
But I just thought that was a cool little thing. He trucked in snow, for the kids, and they went sledding in a desert. And somebody cracked the joke that because he's also got a big compound in Aspen, Colorado. They're like, he's so rich, he trucked in sand to Aspen, and they had a desert in the winter.
You know what I would do if I had that much money? I would bring in snow just randomly across the country, and just random snow days in April for kids. Just
that'd be nice.
Ruin the roads in a section to where they can't do anything about it, and it's just a snow day for the kids.
A lot of collateral damage.
Well, but
died
I'd
on
be an
the West Freeway
eccentric.
today after a freak snowstorm that only occurred on that bypass. In other news, school's out, kids.
Yeah. I just be an eccentric billionaire.
On Highway 14.
Yeah, you can't even punish those people. Just pay the fine. Do whatever you want.
The interesting thing that no one on the show, including Adam, was sure how the snow had gotten there, whether they literally trucked it in or if they had a snow making machine. But the thing is, with a snow blower, like they use it at resorts and stuff, ski resorts, is it's blowing that snow into the air and then it settles on the ground. But if you do that and when it's 70 degrees outside, I feel like it just melts before it hits the ground.
Yeah,
so that is a sprinkler.
Then it's a sprinkler. So they actually had to bring snow in trucks. And when you think about that, it's like, all right, so did they make some artificial snow somewhere indoors and then drive it across town?
Yeah. I was like, it's just another truck full of water. God damn it, send it back. Get another one down here.
No, it's not like soap suds or anything. That's what Stern thought at first. He thought it was like artificial snow. No, it's snow. It's melt, make a snowball, make a snow cone, kind of like fucking snow.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I can't imagine how much that would cost, but I doubt it would be so much that it would ruin you or make you'd be thinking about it the next year if you're a Kevin Costner type guy. But it'd be a really cool present for some kids. How about that? That'd be a Christmas you wouldn't forget.
Some people just have a lot of wealth. It's a lot of wealth.
And Costner can go get more anytime he wants. If you think about it, like
he's available for $20 million a film. And he'll make you a profit on that. So
I don't know about that anymore. I don't know because I don't see him working anymore. I guess he's retired. I haven't seen him do anything in a long time.
He's not a huge box office name anymore.
No?
Yeah, no. But I'm sure he could go get some money. I mean, if he needed to get a couple million out there, I'm sure he could make that happen. I just don't think that anybody's going to pay him $20 million to star in their film anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he's making some movies. He made... 1, 2, 3, 4 movies in 2014. One in 2015, McFarlane USA, and he's doing Criminal this year, and it's in post-production now. Hatfield and McCoy.
I've heard of it.
The last film I saw of his that I liked a lot was Mr. Brooks. Have either of you seen this?
It's a great movie.
It's a really good movie.
It's got Dane Cook in it, I think.
It's got Dane Cook in it, and I think it's got William Hurt in it. But I confuse William Hurt with another actor a lot. But basically, Woody, you would like this. Basically, Kevin Costner's a serial killer, and he has an imaginary friend. I think it's William Hurt, who like occasionally appears, and they have like discussions. But obviously, he's imaginary; so he's not really there. And the friend is, always you're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up. Do it right. And Costner, like, he literally goes into like people's bedrooms and like kills them with a silenced pistol or something like that. And he kills lots and lots of people. And Dane Cook witnesses him doing this, and instead of turning him in, says, "I wanna be a killer. Like teach me your ways. Let's be killers together." So you get kind of like a feature film that's very similar to Dexter. It's good. It's a good movie.
I bet you've seen this with him, Man of Steel. The Superman movie?
Of course, Superman's Jor-El's father.
Yeah,
his Kansas father.
I'm sure he didn't make $20 million for that, but I wonder if he got like $1.5 million for that little role.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be my guess.
I just feel like I don't know. I guess he's spending a lot of money every year, but I just picture a guy with $100 million, right? But he's still only spending like $3 million a year, and you throw in 1.5, and all of a sudden it's a really cheap year for him. 3 million gets you pretty far. I mean, after a while, you have the watch you want, and you're driving the car you like, and what are you buying this year?
Yeah, what else can you get?
Yeah, you've got
150 million. That's what it says here.
That he's worth.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's generational wealth. His kids will be rich. His grandkids.
His grandkids. His great grandkids. Like, that's crazy. Unless there's, one jackass along the way, then it all goes to shit.
Yeah. Watch it on. Yeah. I'm trying to. I forget who I was thinking of. Anyway.
Apparently, he's part Cherokee.
Oh.
Yeah, he's. I'm looking at his little profile here. He's 60 years old. 6 feet tall. Kevin Michael Costner. That's actually his real name.
All right. Question.